You alright guys, I'm Andy and I'm the content creator for Peninsula Painting Projects. So I turned 30 in April. I've got a great fiance, two wonderful stepdaughters, and we've just found out that we're going to have a baby in November of this year. So I'm absolutely made up about that. I'm ecstatic. So things will change in the future, but hopefully for the best. I live on the Wirral, which is a peninsula situated in between Liverpool, Chester and North Wales, which is down to the bottom. So you may be able to tell the Scouse twang in my accent, but I'm not actually from Liverpool, I'm from the Wirral, and people from Liverpool would be greatly offended by me referring to myself as a Scouser, and also people on the Wirral don't really like to be referred to as Scousers. A little bit of a cultural history lesson there for you. So what got me into the hobby? Well, thinking back, I remember when I was probably about 6, 7, 8 years of age, my dad used to always buy me the Airfix kits, you know, like the World War II planes, the racing cars and stuff like that, and I just wasn't into it. I actually hated it. I just didn't like it. The smell of the paints used to knock me sick. My painting was absolutely diabolical. But then I had to transfer primary schools when I was 12 due to untoward behaviour in school, and my mum sent me to an all-Catholic school. So on Bring Your Own Toy Day, which I attended, as usual, I brought my superhero action figures, and all the other kids brought these little models that were painted, which were known as Space Marines, and they were a part of the Warhammer 40k universe. And when I saw them, I just thought to myself, you know what, I want to collect these. Forget those Airfix models that my dad used to buy me. I want to collect these. These look amazing. Aliens, you know, space robots. They look pretty cool. So I've been collecting since 1999, around then, and I've never looked back. I had a little dip out of the hobby during 6th edition maybe. That was just due to not having the funds to do it, and you know, you get a little bit disheartened over it. But apart from that, I love the hobby and I think it's great. So my viewers mostly know that I collect Warhammer 40k, Space Marines, Orcs, Blood Angels, Chaos, that sort of a thing. I used to collect Warhammer Fantasy, but I haven't played it well before Age of Sigmar came out. I lost a bit of interest. It was just a long game to play. So recently my mum bought me the Age of Sigmar starter set for my birthday. I'm a little bit gutted though, because we've just recently found out due to the Warhammer Fest that 2nd edition's coming out, but it means more Warhammer to buy. I would love to start doing Frostgrave. I've got the rule book in the other room for that, but I've not been able to play because it's a campaign style game. You need other people to play and you need to be available to play regularly. Due to having a full-time job, children and being in university, I'm just not able to do it at the moment. Well, as mentioned before, I was a bit of a naughty lad in school, and I'm not saying I was goody two-shoes as a teenager, but let's just say if I wouldn't have been transferred to the new school and met new children, new friends, and if I wouldn't have got into this hobby, I think my life would have took a different turn and a bit of a nosedive. I would have got up to mischief. So I'm appreciative of that aspect of the hobby. And when people take the piss, it's a light gun. So when people take the piss and say, oh, you collect your little models, your little toys, I remind them, I say to them, listen, don't do any recreationals, I haven't got a criminal record, and I'm a generally good citizen. So that's one reason why I'm passionate about it. Also, I believe that this hobby is great for stress relief. It's a good way to wind down after work, just chill out and relax. And I sort of believe that it's a great way to de-stress yourself and, you know, combat depression, which I would like to cover later on in my channel at a later date. Before creating my YouTube channel, I used to watch a lot of painting tutorials, a lot of unboxing videos, and a lot of battle reports, stuff like that. And I thought to myself, at the time, I stupidly thought to myself, I can do that. It doesn't look too hard. How hard can it be? And you know what? Boy, was I wrong, because it's really challenging this. People don't realise, you know, you're doing a review on something or you're doing a painting tutorial on something and you forget to say the important details. So I thought to myself, you know, I'm able to do this, and I believed at the time, and I still believe now, that my, you know, style of painting, my level of painting is good enough to show other people little tricks and tips, and to hopefully encourage them and enable them to improve their painting styles, and encourage them to try and paint a little bit extra a day. I always say to my mates, you know, it's what most people in Games Workshop say, 30 minutes, an hour a night or every other night. It keeps you focused, it keeps you in the hobby, and it keeps you motivated. What does the future hold for the channel? Not to sound too cliche, and I know a lot of people may not like this answer, but I work full time as it is. I love the hobby, and I would love to incorporate this hobby into some sort of form of employment for myself. So I would like to do this full time as a job. You know, I'd like to review products and to be paid for it. I'm being honest, you know, and of course I feel as if, you know, I've got that attitude, I've got that quirky attitude, the Scouse attitude, where I say what's on my mind. It may not be the right thing, but I say what's on my mind. So I would like to do more review. I would like to do reviews and painting tutorials. I love them, but unfortunately, the amount of time it takes to do the painting tutorials, it is really time consuming. When I graduate university, I'm going to attempt to start doing commission painting. But not only that, I want to build my channel to a respectable level where, you know, where viewers think to themselves, I trust what he says, I like the way how he paints, and he can teach me something new, or I feel motivated to paint more because of this person. That's what I'd like to do. That's one of the main things. And also building the community. I want to expand the community a lot more. So yeah, that's about it. Now, what my channel features is predominantly quick and easy painting tutorials, mainly aimed at beginner painters, but also for people who have been in the hobby for a while and they're just not at their painting potential. So my theory is, what's the point of running before we can walk? Let's get the basics taught, let's get the basics learned, build up confidence and encourage that type of painting style. And then we can try and attempt the pro stuff. I'm not a pro painter, I'm just pro painting. So another thing that I feature on my channel is unboxing and reviews on certain products. So for example, I bought a painting rack which is just sat there looking at me. I'd never purchased an MDF kit before, and I gave my review on it. I wasn't paid, it wasn't sponsored, it was just my general thoughts about it. So if this is something that may interest you, come on over to the channel, check us out. I am really grateful for the amount of support that I've received from not only my friends and my family, but the people who've stumbled across me, you know, via the YouTube algorithm or via Facebook. I do really appreciate that, and I appreciate the people who are actually watching the videos, not just clicking on it and clicking off. You know, because obviously I get to see the analytics, and I'm absolutely made up. I also really appreciate the fact that I've been allowed to be featured on the MTGandMORE by Michael. You know, it's not often that other people reach out to smaller channels and give them the platform to showcase themselves, so I really appreciate that. And if you've liked what you've seen from me, if you're interested in seeing some quick and easy painting tutorials, come on over to my channel, check me out, don't forget to subscribe, and I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you guys, see you later, bye.